My name is James Williams Jr., and this is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Nothing pisses me off more than a person that I like or have some kind of love and respect for on some level or another. And I'm generally speaking about like homeboys and shit like that. Nothing pisses me off more than a motherfucker that speaks out of both sides of his mouth. Alright? A motherfucker that you love and respect like a brother, but speaks out of both sides of his mouth is fixing to catch an ass whooping. I'm sorry. This may come to y'all as a surprise and shock. I don't like that shit. If you got something to say, you shouldn't be afraid of me if we're friends. You should be able to tell me anything and everything that you feel, and we should be able to talk like men. Or we're gonna have to talk like men. You understand? Way of the fist, way of the foot. You know, I'm not really down with hurting my friends, but I ain't gonna take a ass whooping for them either. So nothing is more deplorable than having somebody you give a damn about talk out of both sides of their fucking mouth. Now, I've had this happen to me recently. I don't really talk to the fella because I like the guy, but on that same path, if you flip that coin and I could catch him by himself and there won't no damn witnesses the day this shit happened, well, he been in the hospital. I'd be catching some charges, but he be in the hospital. Now, I'm not going to give any names, but I am going to say this because I'm pretty sure that somewhere along the line this has gotten back to him or whatever, which is another reason why we don't really speak because I don't really know how to express myself other than to punch him in the goddamn mouth. No, the conversation went on with a more or less uh you two crippled a fight now, and he intervened someone else that had nothing to do with it into the damn conversation. And instead of just saying what he needed to say, you done known me for 15 years or better. You know me since you was a kid and since I was in high school working. I made movies with your family members. You ought to have been man enough to just keep it between you and me. And this is the second time that we've had an issue. We can't have a third issue. Straight up and down. We can't have a third issue. Because if we have a third issue, he's got to go to the hospital. Because I'm going to have to rearrange his dental work. And I'm going to have to rearrange his entire physiology. Because one, I'm a soldier. Two, I was a martial artist before I was a soldier. And I was beating people's ass before you came into existence. Don't ever forget, when you go against somebody who has been fighting since before you were born, it's probably not a good idea to want to fight them. Especially if you've watched them train. You've watched them make movies. You've been involved in one of their movies. It's not something that you should really not consider before you wind up on your back. Because ain't nobody taller than the last man standing. And like I said, I like the guy. It's harder on me than it is on him. Trust me. Because sometimes when you like somebody and they're like a brother to you, you don't want to have to extend that stick full of thorns. You want to hand out olive branches. You don't want to hand out a stick full of thorns. But every rose has its thorn. And the thing is, I don't talk sideways out my mouth to or about nobody. I let everybody know where the fuck they stand when they stand. I have a high tolerance for tolerating people because I do a lot of shit that people tolerate. And most people tolerate it because they are afraid of me. I'd much rather you respect me than be afraid of me, but whatever works, I'm okay with it. Because I'm like this. I'm not going to bother you if you don't bother me. But every now and again, and I've said this before I even started making movies. I said this before I left the projects. Every now and again, sometimes, just sometimes, kids, cover your ears. Sometimes, you gotta punch a motherfucker in the mouth. I mean, you really do. Because sometimes the only way to make somebody leave you alone and hear you clearly is to punch them in the mouth. Now, I'm not bringing up names for a reason. No, he know who he is. Don't worry, it's nobody who's been in anything current. He was in a movie that I made called The Dragon's Breath. He was the antagonist or the bad guy. But in that same breath, I like this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be like bros. But bros don't stab each other in the back and turn the motherfucking knife. The first time was when he said that I wasn't a man. I can accept that because I'm not a man. I'm a motherfucking monster. and you don't create something that you can't control. All right, like Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster actually wound up killing him if you guys didn't read the fucking book or watch the fucking movies. And you don't create something that you can't control. All right, you don't train a dog to be a killer because eventually it will kill you. And you know that made me mad, and I was still on that until my dad passed away. My dad passed away. I let that shit go. But then he did it again with that "you too old and too crippled to fight" shit. Now I'm gonna tell you, I don't give a damn who you are. Just because a motherfucker is old, those old heads are the ones you don't want to fuck with. It's you young whippersnappers that think y'all badasses. It's you young whippersnappers that's got something to prove. I've been fighting since I was 7 years old. Excuse me. I've been fighting since I was 6 years old. I've been doing kung fu since I was 7. I'm really, really good at it. Even crippled, I got a better chance of beating this person's ass than I did when I was healthier. Because crippled, it just means I got wounded animal syndrome. And wounded animal syndrome, well, you try to rescue a damn wolf with his leg in a trap. If he'll chew off his own leg to get out, just imagine what he'll do if he gets out without having to chew off his own leg. He's going to fuck you up. So in closing, I meant to do this months ago when this incident happened, but I'm doing it now. So I'm gonna close out. This is Kung Fu Havoc #2. And remember, sometimes, just sometimes, you have to punch a son of a bitch in the mouth. Or a motherfucker. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc #2. Be seeing you.